Good morning, children. In the previous class, we have learnt about Jacobin's government, and the leader was Maximilian Robespierre, who was guillotined because of his extreme measures and punishments. So today we are going to learn from page number 17 to 21. After the fall of Jacobin's government, the French government have introduced a directory. So what is directory? A directory is an executive made up of 5 members. So why an executive is made up of 5 members? When you see the Jacobins government by Robespierre, it is an executive made up of 1 member, that is only Maximilian Robespierre, who will take a final decision. But here the directory, it is made up of 5 members. When it is made up of 5 members, taking a decision will become a problem. It is very difficult to implement. All the 5 members cannot come to a common decision. So that paved the way for the political instability of the directory. So the political instability of the directory paved the way for the rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, who is once again an emperor. So when you see the chronological order from 1789 onwards, France was ruled by a king called Louis XVI, and then he became a constitutional monarch, and after the constitutional monarch, France became a republic. And after the fall of the republic, it was ruled by a directory made up of 5 members, and the political instability of the directory paved the way for Napoleon Bonaparte once again as an emperor. So the first phase of revolution couldn't end completely the monarchy. So again it turned back to the emperorship in France. So now the second concept today we are going to learn about, did women have a revolution? Yes. Women also played a very important role in French Revolution. They are active participants in the French Revolution. Not only active participants, but they have formed a number of political clubs. Even in the political clubs of Jacobin's government also, they have participated. They formed their own political clubs. Many women, they were arrested, they were imprisoned, and they were also executed because of their active participation. And the women in France, they have to look after their family, they have to stand in queues in bakery to purchase bread, and they should also help their men in the revolution. So they used to share double burden. So they used to work as selling flowers, as domestic servants in noble families, that is under the nobility. So they used to do number of odd works. So they used to share the double burden. And these women in France, they are very active, and they wanted to fight for the equal rights along with the men. So they are very much active participants, and not only that, they have struggled for equal political rights, not only for political rights, also for the civil rights, and also for the rights especially in the field of education, to get equal rights in the field of education. Because during those days in 1789, they were not allowed, especially girls are not allowed to receive education. So their struggle is to get equal political rights as men, that is right to vote. And next, civil rights, especially for the purpose of marriage, because fathers used to force the women to get married, they used to force. So they wanted to get a civil right, especially for the marriage. And next, to receive equal education. So finally in 1946, women got right to vote. That is after a long period of time. When they started? They have started in 18th century. Almost it took a century to get the right to vote. It's a long struggle. And in this struggle, many women participated in the international suffragette movements also. So because they became very active participants, schooling was made compulsory for girls, and marriage, it has become legal, and they can register the marriage, and fathers can no more force their girls to get married without their willing. And next is the divorce was made legal. Both men and women also, they can apply for the divorce. Before men only can apply, women are not allowed to apply. Because of that struggle, they are able to get equal political rights in the year 1946. And not only that, they got compulsory education for girls, and not only that, the marriage and divorce was made legal. So this revolution, because of all these changes, what fundamental change French In French Revolution, they have acquired it has spread in Europe, not only in Europe, to the whole world. And the third concept what you are going to learn today is about the abolition of slavery. So what is slave, children? It is a bondage of labor. Isn't it? It's very painful. So from where they used to get the slaves? They used to purchase the slaves. From where? Africa. There used to be a triangular slave trade. Triangular slave trade. What is meant by this triangular slave trade? Means they used to purchase from Africa and they were brought to America and Europe. From Europe to America and also from America to Europe. So to purchase they used to go to Africa. So that's why it is called as a triangular slave trade. When you see, just you go to past means the slavery was first abolished by the Jacobins government. Maximilian Robespierre abolished slavery. But due to the demand of all these plantation workers, plantation owners, who are these plantation owners? They used to have tea, coffee plantations, tobacco and also sugarcane plantations. So these plantation owners, there is a shortage of labor in Europe. So they want to get more slaves to work in their plantations. So they started going to Africa and purchasing them, and their treatment it was very bad. All these slaves, African slaves were tightly packed in a ship and they are not allowed to move. Whatever food they are giving by their masters they have to eat. So like how we'll pack our things and bring like that the slaves were brought from the Africa. That is the reason because of their pain they started a lot of agitations to end the slavery. So finally in the year 1794 convention has freed all the slaves. All the slavery has been, all the slaves have been freed by the convention in the year 1794. But because of the demand of the owners, once again Napoleon reintroduced slavery. Napoleon, who coronated himself as an emperor of France in 1804, he reintroduced slavery because of the demand of the plantation owners. So again, finally, slavery was abolished in the year 1848. So again, it took a long time. In 1804, it was reintroduced, and in 1848, finally, it was abolished. So now slavery, there is no more slavery now. Again, it was not at all reintroduced. And the term called Negro, if you see in the textbook, in page number 21, at the end you have a word and the meaning Negro. That Negro word is a derogatory word. What is meant by derogatory? Derogatory means it is you are humiliating a person. You are no more. You are not supposed to use that word which was said by United Nations organization. You cannot underestimate a person. It is inhuman to use the word Negro. So now slavery was completely abolished in 1848. So these changes, fundamental changes which took place in France, especially women struggled to get the political right, that change they got, and slavery was abolished. These changes have inspired other European countries, and not only other European countries, other countries in the world also. Thank you.